and the new race to fill Kennedy's seat in the 63rd District. Erie County Legislature Majority Leader April Baskins and the Buffalo Common Council Fillmore District Rep Mitch Nowakowski have both expressed interest. Joining me now in studio is the latter of the two, Councilman Nowakowski. Thanks for joining us on the 5:30.
Thanks for having me.
You've been making progress in this district, which already stretches into Allentown. Why do you want to seek a higher office?
Good question. So the ability to really deliver for Western New York as a state senator is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And as you know, the 63rd Senate District goes all the way, spans from Lackawanna, South Buffalo to North Buffalo, to the west side, to the entire east side, and to the entire town of Cheektowaga. So it's incredibly diverse. And as you know, my district on the Common Council is incredibly diverse, from Genesee Moselle, Broadway, Fillmore, Old First Ward, the waterfront, and Allentown. So if I know anything, I know how to bring people together. And I know what state resources can do in these communities, but I also have the knowledge of local government and how to make these dollars work with municipalities.
What could you bring to the New York State Senate to really help Western New York? And I say that because when you think about the state ledge, it's so New York City focused, right? When you look at who's there, and the interests really do go to New York City. So what could you do there to help Western New York?
I really think that my ability and my strength on how to build bridges with other colleagues and to direct resources and also be a partner to the governor to deliver for Western New York. And I know how to compromise, but I also know how to fight too. And that's incredibly important when you're dealing with a body and you're bringing resources together. So I really bring a lot of leadership abilities to be able to do that. And I'm looking to really deliver on the behalf of Western New York, but also my Fillmore district, because it'll always be a part of my heart. And if I wasn't able to get the nomination for the Senate district, I'm still going to be on the Common Council delivering for my district.
What is your biggest pitch to the voters, knowing that you would possibly be going up against an April Baskins?
I would say that I have the unique qualities as a Buffalo councilman that have been boots on the ground. When you're a Buffalo council member, you deal with a variety of issues every single day. So from emergency response to road repair to housing stock, you name it, I've had to become really creative and quick on my feet to deliver every single day. And the position of a Buffalo council member is a lot different than other positions in legislators here in local municipalities, because you have to be so multifaceted and quick to respond. But that has given me a lot of experience that I know could deliver on a higher level.
What's been your hallmark as a Fillmore District councilman that you think would win over voters across that whole district for the state Senate seat?
The first quick one is taking on slumlords and housing, because it's critical. We have density that we need to rebuild. We have housing stock that we need to stick up for, but we also need to push back on slumlords. And I know development because I have large tranches of state money coming to my district, hundreds of millions of dollars. And oftentimes the local municipality looks to me on where to put it. I'd also like to say that I've been a leading response on emergency management. I've stuck up for people that are living with disabilities here in the city of Buffalo and continue to do that every single day. And I have a variety of issues, from sticking up for making sure we have tough laws against lead-based paint, but also fiscal responsibility and transparency. As you've seen over the course of months, I've been pushing back against City Hall to make sure that we have transparency when it comes down to audits and our fiscal responsibility.
If you got to the state Senate, what would be your first thing that you want to do to make Western New York better? Because everybody has to deal with, you know, the home front. What's the first thing you want to do?
Bringing home the bacon, making sure that local municipalities are equipped with financial resources to make their municipalities and their neighborhoods better. And that comes from police, fire, you talk about parks, infrastructure, and actual resources that make everyday's lives better for everyday people.
Do you think you would do something different than the person who's holding the seat right now?
Look, I have big shoes to fill in Senator Tim Kennedy. I asked him what his shoe size was, because he has really been an aggressive senator to be able to bring home a lot of resources, but also he's a very good listener. And he has been someone that can crisscross the whole entire city from Cheektowaga to Lackawanna, bring people together and deliver. So I would have really big shoes to fill.
Any thoughts on April Baskins going up against her? Because you two have been fighting for the same thing for Western New York. You've been on the same page for so long.
Yeah, and I've also helped her get elected when I was as a staffer, so I know her really well, and I really adore her. But two people can want the same thing, and it's up to the Erie County Democratic Committee to make the decision on who can represent the entire district.
And we hope to hear from her tomorrow. Councilmember Mitch NOWAKOWKSI joining us. Thanks for joining us on the 5:30. We will see how this plays out
Thanks for having me.
very soon.